Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. It's day three of the second test match between India and England. And by looking at the visuals that Debashish has sent us, it looks like the crowd is growing today. India leads by 171 runs, and Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma will continue their innings on the crease. Before we get to discussing all that, let me introduce my guests. Joining me from Vizag are Debashish Sen and Achya Mukhopadhyay, along with Ishan Shahane and Shamik Chakravarti. Devashish, over to you first. Tell us about the atmosphere. What's it like over there? Is it really that the crowd is growing today?
Yes, as is the case over the last few days, we see good number of fans coming in. Obviously, most of them are school children. Today being a Sunday, so they are coming in numbers. And today there's an event as well. The BCCI president Roger Binney is going to come. There's an event during the day, and it will be around 15 to 20,000 fans like the last 2 days. Raji.
Devashish, the
Yes, and
fans out there
after
must have been completely delighted with the performance yesterday. Can you just talk us through some of the reactions that you saw from the fans yesterday?
Yeah, obviously, in the morning it was necessary. The crowd enjoyed him scoring that 200, and then in the session, and they were all cheering Bumrah, Bumrah. Means the chants all across the cricket area, as and when he was picking those wickets one after the other, and they were with their posters and they were cheering with their Bumrah's name. So this is quite obvious, but then let's see because everyone is expecting that Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer, they come good and score some big runs.
Atreo, it looks very nice behind you. Where are you right now?
Well, somewhere in the Western Eastern Ghats. Even I don't know where. I mean, I don't know exactly where.
Are
Somewhere
you
where
are
I
you
get
next to
signal.
the beach?
Hello?
Are you next to the beach?
Yeah, it is near the beach. Yeah.
Okay. But going into the match today, day three, moving day. Who do you think the match is moving towards?
Well, India has taken what promises to be a very handy lead, but its job is not done yet. I mean, they have to build on this. We all know that England bat deep and England bat quite adventurously, so they can score runs. They have scored runs in almost every condition. We saw what they did in the second innings in the previous match. So for India to drive home the advantage, they have to bat big. And bat big, I mean, they need a. I think they will need a overall lead of at least 400, 450, for which they have some job to do. And there are batters in the side who haven't done the job yet. It's a great opportunity for them to come good. It's a third day wicket, which is not going to be that treacherous. So for the likes of Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer, and everybody, it's a great opportunity to uh, play themselves in. There is a lot of time remaining and get India to that big score.
Yes. Shamik, how important do
How
you think
important do
is
you
the
think
opening
is the
partnership?
opening partnership?
Jaiswal has been in some
Yes, well,
phenomenal
then some
form. Rohit
phenomenal
Sharma
form.
would like to
What
contribute as
would
well.
contribute as well?
Yeah, this partnership. See, the fact is, if India can have a good opening partnership, there's a big opening partnership, they can slam the door shut on England.
Yeah.
Um, you expect, I mean, even after yesterday's game, when Bumrah was giving his post-day comment, Bumrah was saying the pitch is still good enough for batting. The ball was not doing much, and it
Mhm.
was Bumrah's genius that tilted the game in India's favor yesterday. Now, if I, our big score from Rohit is long overdue. Hope today will be the day. Jaiswal is in terrific form and he would like to make his form count. From the perspective, if they can go on and stage a big partnership, they can demoralize England. I know England are capable of scoring big in the fourth innings, irrespective of the conditions, the way they play. We saw in the second innings in the first test, we saw that in Birmingham when they chased down almost 400 runs in the fourth innings. Still, in India, against Bumrah and Kuldeep, a big fourth inning chase will not be easy for them. So this is an opportunity. India should have the mentality of not taking any prisoners. You have the upper hand. You allowed England to come back up from a 190 run lead in the first test. It shouldn't happen again. This partnership should show the way to slam the door shut on England.
Yeah.
And Debashish, similar question to you. Pitch conditions, how do you expect it to evolve? Because you mentioned that it was pretty hot over there.
Yeah, it's obviously today is the day three, so it's assuming that it's going to turn. It's going to turn. Definitely, it's going to turn. So in England, and we remember England has three spinners in their ranks. So Shoaib Bashir, Rayan Ahmed, they both got 3 wickets each. So they would be looking to make early inroads, especially the likes of James Anderson. But then the key for India will be to not lose too many wickets in that first session, because if they can play on that first session, then obviously, as Shomik said, India need to bat out the opposition out. Means it's a perfect golden opportunity. They already have a lead of 171 runs. If they can stretch the lead to somewhere around in the region of 400, then they might as well bat out the opposition out. Means it might not be like Edgbaston. It will be difficult on this track because it will turn or day three, day four. It will be very difficult for the batters. And going by the approach of the England batters, obviously they will give chances. So slip catching will be very important, and the close catching, I would say, yes. In the first inning, we all saw Shubman Gill was outstanding, taking those four catches. So once again, if we boil down to the catching, means India cannot afford to let go an opportunity whichever comes their way. But then the key will be for India will be to bat out the first session without losing at least 1 or 2 wickets, not more than that.
Yes. And Atrio, Jimmy Anderson was just fantastic in the first innings. He was extremely consistent with his line and length. He didn't let the Indian batsman get away at all. So, how important is it for the batsman to see off Jimmy Anderson in the second innings here? You're on mute, Atrio.
The problem Anderson posed yesterday was that there was no getting away from him. I mean, he bowled non-stop for about over an hour. And we saw, I mean, he scored, I think he bowled 22 overs and gave away some 42 runs, which is unbelievable at this age, this level of craft and art that he brings into his bowling. So Anderson is the main bowler for England. And it will be extremely important for India not to lose. They will give him 1 or 2 wickets, I have a feeling. But they should make sure that Anderson doesn't make serious inroads. If he does that, then he can bring England back into this game. So Anderson will be a key factor for England going into this Indian second innings, and it's very important for India to play him well, not to take chances against him. Respect him. I mean, he the kind of bowler he is, and play him out. Just play him
Yes,
out.
and just a follow-up question, Atrio, because they're talking about Anderson here. Do you think the reverse swing can be a threat?
Yes, Anderson has used reverse swing with a lot of effectiveness in India in the past. I remember 2012 C13 series, which England won. At Eden Gardens, his reverse swing, I think, counted for Tendulkar. And he was quite a handful in that series. Him and Steve Finn. Now that they're playing with one specialist fast bowler, the responsibility is more on him. And we talk about spinning pitches, we talk about spinners, but pitches which assist spin will also assist reverse swing. We saw that with Bumrah yesterday. And Anderson in his reverse swing, although the ball is still new, reverse swing won't happen now. So it will take some time. But in the initial spell also, Anderson is not only about reverse swing, he's also about conventional swing. So very important for India to see him through in the first hour or so.
And Shomik, the way that Yashasvi Jaiswal is batting throughout this match, very aggressively, it's kind of throwing the England team off their game, isn't it?
So Yashishi is having a golden run. And for a batsman, it's imperative to have when you are in good form, because you don't know when a bad patch will come. So, and when you are in a golden run, when you are enjoying a purple patch, make the most of it. And Yashashi is, and he's showing hunger. He's showing hunger. And I mean, you are absolutely right. He almost single-handedly, he is the reason why India scored around 400 runs in the first innings. And you take out that run, and you see what happened. The next highest, second highest score in the Indian innings was 34 by Shubman Gill. So obviously, he single-handedly carried India's batting in the first innings. And I think the boy has the hunger. He is hungry for runs. And if you have to get him out, you need to bowl a very good delivery, which is a very good sign. And the way he was applying himself in the fag end of the day yesterday also, that is very heartening. And given the porous middle order that India have, Shubman is not among runs, Shreyash is not among runs. So Rajat Patidar is new. Although he was impressive in the first innings. He was allowing the ball, the spinners, he was allowing the ball to come to him, and he was a bit unlucky to get out played on. But he definitely should take the lead. Now he is in charge. He is enjoying a fantastic run. He should take the lead and show India the way. I know he is young, but when you are there, you are good enough. And Yashashi is showing that.
Yes, I think the shoulders lie on Jaiswal's shoulders. The responsibilities lie on Jaiswal's shoulders. Devashish, moving into the first session here, what will make it India's good session? Like, what would possibly comprise of India's possible, going ahead in this test match? What would they have to do to gain in this first session?
Yeah, ideally for India, they should not lose too many wickets. Means if they can go into the run session, say maybe losing one or maximum 2 wickets, they would feel confident, because we have seen in this test match, barring the last session yesterday, all the session has produced almost 100 runs. So if they bat out one session, they will score 90 to 100 runs, which means they will have a lead of around 270, which will be very, very handy. And now it is overcast as we speak. Here, as the sun comes out, then the conditions will be slightly in favor of the batters, and the key for India will be to play out Anderson, and also to some extent Tom Hartley and Shoaib Bashir, because Shoaib Bashir was impressive in that first innings, especially the way he got Rohit Sharma out, caught in the leg slip, but then the focus will be on Rohit Sharma, because he is definitely waiting to score some big runs. Maybe this is for us the best opportunity. Not much pressure around. All he needs to do is to spend time in the middle. Obviously, if a batter of the caliber of Rohit Sharma spends around an hour in the middle, obviously he will definitely get runs. Yashan.
Yeah.
And Atra, when we talk about the England bowling lineup, they're also, pretty formidable. So who's going to be that bowler to look out for?
I think it's going to be Anderson, because their spinners are inexperienced. I mean, there is nothing wrong with their spinners. Devashish mentioned the off spinner Bashir. I thought Hartley, Hartley took 7 wickets in the second innings in the first match. And Rehan Ahmed, being a wrist spinner, he will get turned. He in fact he got turned in the first innings also. Although it was not very alarming. It's an inexperienced spin attack. That's the only drawback they have. They are talented bowlers. So I think, given the inexperience of their spinners and that Root is not a specialist bowler, I think Anderson is the backbone of this English attack. Although conditions are not outwardly in favor of the faster bowlers, Anderson is 41 years old. There is only one fast bowler in their side, but I think Anderson is very much the pillar on which the English bowling attack is built on.
Yeah. Shomik, what's the lead that the Indians should be targeting by the end of the 3 year?
You're asking by the end of this play?
Yeah.
As big as they can. They will have to take it session by session. Like Devashish said, if it is 110 run session, 2 wickets lost, that's a good progress. So they will have to take it. And remember, this is the third day, so a bit of variable bounce will come into play. Some deliveries will keep low, some will jump a bit. So they will have to take everything into account. And what we haven't seen so far in this test series is partnership batting from India. So India need to have. It's not about the. It's not about one individual, Jaiswal scoring runs or any other player scoring runs, batting big. It's about partnership batting. India will have to focus on partnership batting, and if they can do that, by the end of the day's play, they'll have a substantial lead, big enough to declare their innings early tomorrow morning.
And Devashish,
And they were teams
who
who
gave dinner to who
gave
yesterday because the match ended in a draw. East Bagan versus sorry, East Bengal versus Mohan Bagan.
You can't get that any wrong, Gagi. I'm warning you.
Yeah, obviously, I would say it was disappointing for East Bengal because they could have easily won the match, but then Mohun Bagan also is, feel confident that the fact that they are still they haven't yet lost against East Bengal in ISL. So that record stays intact. Means that's the biggest positive for the Mariners. Obviously, their record in ISL stays intact because they haven't yet lost to East Bengal.
Adrio?
See, it was an exciting match. Yes, East Bengal would be disappointed that they couldn't hold on to the lead. I'm not talking about the fourth minute goal. I'm talking about the second half goal. That was in the 55th minute or thereabouts. There was still some time to play, actually. But still, I thought East Bengal will be disappointed. At the same time, they will also take this point because this is the first time that they have got a point against against Mohun Bagan in the ISL. And the way they played, I mean, they fought, they showed a lot of courage, they showed a lot of enterprise. So those things are important, and this will give them confidence going ahead. That previously, when they had beaten Mohun Bagan, that was a depleted Mohun Bagan side in the Super Cup. All the national team players were absent. So this is a full-strength Mohun Bagan side team they played against. And I think this will give them confidence going ahead. They will know that they can take on the big teams and they can beat them. So overall, with a tinge of disappointment, I would think that East Bengal will take this.
Shami?
Devashish, I'm a little
I'm
curious
a
to
little curious to know.
we know that in. Sorry, Shomik, you were saying
Sorry,
something.
Shamak, you were saying something. Okay, no. Ishan asked me about the derby. See, the derby was very exciting in the sense. I mean, for the last few years, Mohun Bagan had been beating East Bengal for fun, but now, I mean, we have two Calcutta giants who are competing with each other, and I mean, on level terms, that is very good for the ISL and very good for the local rivalry, very good for Indian football also. And it was a fair result. In the end, it was a 2-2 was a fair result. But the thing is, it was exciting in the sense it was a bit end to end also. But refereeing was atrocious refereeing. Yes. Both teams suffered, and this is one of the reasons why Indian football is not progressing. I mean, the refereeing was absolutely poor. Why can't the AIFF uh, spend more money to educate, to improve our refereeing standards? I don't know what are they. I mean, Pierre Luigi Collina came and all that stuff, but our refereeing standards are, I mean, pathetic. And yesterday was no different.
And Devashish, I'm a bit curious to know, in Hyderabad you had biryani. What's special in Vizag? Did you have some time to explore?
Yeah, I have been having idli and dosa every day. That has been common for me. Means obviously Hyderabad also I used to have idli because it's a healthy diet to have. And I haven't tested local food because I'm told they are very spicy. So
Oh.
I'm all this.
But Devashi, when you came to Mumbai, you told me that you love the vada pav. So what is better for you, the Hyderabadi biryani or the vada pav?
I cannot resist the temptation of having a biryani, but I had a that fortune of having the biryani, and there was some stomach bug in Hyderabad, the day one of the, as Atro will remember. But since then, I have refrained from having a taste of biryani. Means
Oh.
whatever um, I have just stayed away from biryani. Means obviously, the biryani that we have in Calcutta is completely different from whatever what is getting outside of Calcutta. In Calcutta, you have that potato, that egg, and but then here is it's a completely different preparation and it's very spicy. So that is not fitting me.
No,
Mm.
then it's better to stick to idli then. Good old food.
And vada pav. Yes.
Okay, then we'll take your leave because play starts in a few minutes. Let's see what goes on in the match today. But we'll be here at the end of the day. So stay tuned to Ref Sports.